Good morning. Recently, I saw a lady in a store who had a round badge on her jacket, and written on the pin were the words, "I am who I am because of who He is." I am Vivian Smith, a child of God, twice married, now single, retired, and at age 78, I live on a fixed income. I attended and was confirmed at Flint Park Methodist Church. After I married a military man and had children, I attended Methodist churches wherever we were stationed or went to chapel on base. I came to this church first in 1979, but did not stay. I was divorced, and I didn't feel worthy. I drifted for a period of time, but I found God had not given up on me. He brought me back to this church in 1996. I know God's hand was in this because one of the first Sundays when I walked into the narthex, I was greeted by two ladies who immediately recognized me with a smile and a welcome hug. They were the adult leaders of our youth group at Flint Park Methodist Church. I hadn't seen them in over 40 years. I have found peace, joy, friends, and plenty of activities and classes to draw me closer. I see God at work each time I see a baby baptized, a group of third graders receiving their Bibles, a group of confirmands committing to follow Jesus, the teens telling of their mission trips to help others, the growth of this teenage group over the years, and the thank you notes from college kids who are grateful we remember them. I like the diversity of ages in this church. I feel God's presence here, and I felt His love surround me when so many of you prayed for me during my bout with cancer. Whether I am reading a devotion or sitting in church, I try to clear my mind and open my heart to hear God. Sometimes God speaks to me through something the pastor says, sometimes through music, prayer, or reading a book, or a comment of someone I might be having a conversation with. But always, if I have an open mind and heart, I can hear and see God at work. One of the first classes I participated in was Disciple 1. There's a lot of history in the Old Testament, along with a lot of rules and guidance. One thing we talked about was tithing. One person said when she and her husband decided to tithe, it was like they became free. I mulled that over for a few months and decided for me it was trust. I believed in God's forgiveness through Jesus Christ. Why shouldn't I step up and trust Him to provide if I did my part? And so, at stewardship time in the fall, I committed to my part with not only my time and talents, but also by tithing. I make a budget each year. Along with the mortgage and utilities is a line for donations. I give to youth mission trips, food pantry, food banks, Society of St. Andrews. See a pattern there? Lots of food. But my tithe to God is number one. I believe that we must keep the legacy provided for us alive for those who come after us by maintaining and expanding it. God has continued to lessen my wants and instead consider His needs. In Isaiah 12:2, we read, "Surely God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid." I find comfort in knowing I can be used by God to help with His work. God has provided and allowed me to let His blessings flow through me as I move forward in faith. Thank you.